Before we start, I'd like to also to get acquainted with you. My name is Alіни Кошман and I represent MM Publications publishing house. So, could you also write where you come from what cities or from other places you come from? Lviv, Kyiv, Kyiv, Kharkiv, Vinnytsia. Happy to hear. Hello. Кам'янка, Бахмут is online. Energodar. Okay, Berdyansk. Uzhgorod. Wow. The remote corner of our country is also here. Horishny Plavny, Poltava region, welcome to the webinar. Hello from Kryvyi Rih, Lviv. I can't see or hear anybody. If you can't see or hear me, if you can see me but you can't hear, you should check your microphone. Rivne. Mukachevo. Znamenka. Okay, so I think that we will start in several seconds. Let's wait for the rest of our participants. Zaporizhia. Hello, participants from Zaporizhia. Okay. Has the webinar been started? We are just on our way to start the webinar. We are just getting acquainted. Glad to be with you. Also the same to you. Okay, let's wait for the rest. Tell me, how are you? How was your day today? So just let's have a little chat before we start. How are you? We are fine. What about you? Oh, Olga, what do I? Oh, great. Wonderful sunny day. Good, thanks. I can't hear. If you can't hear, you should check. Let me... If you can hear me, check your sound system. Peaches, great day to watch the webinar. Excellent, thank you. Okay, let's... Sorry, where are you? We are from Kyiv. I can't hear. If you can't hear, then you should check your sound system. Hello from Zolotonosha. We are happy to hear and see you. Mhm. Can you see the start of the presentation, Nina? Can you see the first slide of the presentation? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Give me several seconds. Okay, so I think we are ready to start. So once again, let's start. I'm happy that you can hear me, that you can see me. So today we will talk with you about the primary school, namely about the Smart Junior course and how to use it, and what we will talk about is exactly the games which can be used in Smart Junior. So before we roll over to the games, let's talk with you a bit. What do you know about the course Smart Junior? Have you heard about it before? If yes, tell us what exactly. If you have used it, please just tell how you liked it and what interesting points you have already learned from it. So from the teaching point of view, what do you know about Smart Junior, if you know anything? You can write your messages in your chat box and I will see them. Just heard, never used. Okay, so you have a nice opportunity today to listen to the webinar and to take some info and probably to start using it in future. Okay. Come on, let's be active today. Nothing. Okay, so it's new for you. Fantastic. Not much info from the previous webinar. Good. So I will tell more and you will have 1 hour just of diving into Smart Junior. Nothing, never used to. Okay, great. So I'm happy that you all got a lot of new, interesting and useful information. Okay, so Smart Junior course is a course which has been used by the teachers from Ukraine for a pretty long period of time, and it is very contemporary, it is exciting, and it helps your primary school learners to dive into English and to get just the best aspects of it. Why we are talking today about it? Because right now, currently, during these 2 weeks, starting from the 14th of May and finishing on the 23rd of May, we're having a competition for the textbook, which will be used by our pupils at our schools at their first year of studying. Smart Junior can be chosen by you. You can vote for it and you can use it in your first form. So Smart Junior is an international edition and it has been used in many countries by many teachers at many schools. This year, in 2017, the previous year, MM Publications Publishing House, together with the linguist company, have advanced and revised Smart Junior International, and we have created Smart Junior for Ukraine, which corresponds to the program of the new Ukrainian school, sticks to the well-organized plan, and which can be used at the first form and later afterwards. So you can use the first level of the Smart Junior in the first form and move on to the rest later. So why is it possible to use it, and why is it good to use it? Smart Junior is good not only in terms of content, that you can use all the information, and it includes all the topics you are supposed to learn with your pupils, both grammar and vocabulary. It's also good regarding other aspects. So, for example, all instructions in English which are given in Smart Junior are also translated in Ukrainian, so you can see both variants in English and in Ukrainian, as it is recommended by the new Ukrainian School program. All lessons in the course are well balanced, and they provide focus and development of all the language skills your kids should learn. Moreover, Smart Junior prepares your kids and primary school students for the real-life situations, not just imaginative, some games, etc., but for real-life situations, so you can practice more. And it offers incredible opportunities to practice all your skills. As all of you know, as you are all teachers, I'm sure that all of you are high qualified teachers. The new Ukrainian School program requires our courses to include special integrated content lines. So they refer to our values, lifestyle, environmental protection, etc., moral values. And I'm really happy to inform you all that Smart Junior, the first level, is also revised and edited in order to achieve the highest possible point regarding these integrated content lines. So it contributes in such way to the development of the 21st century competences. Okay. We'll talk about the competition later. We'll talk about how you can vote a bit later. Now we will concentrate on the course itself, and we will we'll look with you how it works, how you can use it, and how cheerful your students can be while practicing with Smart Junior. Okay. So, what does a Smart Junior study pages include? So, first of all, Smart Junior is not the simple course that has Unit 1, Unit 2, Unit 3, 4, and the end. No, we have a module balanced system, so all the information is split into modules. Moreover, each module, besides the lessons, units, includes other sections. The first one is CLIL section. I'm absolutely sure that all of you know what that is. Do you know what CLIL is? You can write your messages in your chat box, and I will see them and will be happy to communicate. So CLIL. CLIL, yes, we do. Okay, CLIL sections include cross-curricular information. So you learn content learning. You learn not only English, but English in terms of other subjects like math, geography. That's what the new Ukrainian school really requires us to do. So we have and offer CLIL sections, which are great. Moreover, we have project sections, which content integrate learning. Great. That's absolutely right. Project sections you can also see right now on the presentation screen, where kids just not learn only English. They try to create something. They try to use their skills in terms of a project. Moreover, Smart Junior offers story time sections, which As a result, at the end of the story, when your kids learn it, listen to it, and read, they can see the special value below. I will show you later, which contributes to the development of their moral values and to to developing of their peculiar lifestyle. Okay, now I can section is also available at Smart Junior because, as you know, all of our students should understand what they learn, what they do it for, and they can also evaluate their achievements at the end of each section. Phonics and alphabet sections are also provided in our Smart Junior course, so that as the workbook, you can find it there, so don't worry, we also have it and we offer it to our learners. And Smart World section, that is a section which is responsible for cross-cultural information, where you learn about other countries, other cultures, and with the help of the Smart Junior course, you will not only learn English, but you will also develop them as a character, so they will be as a person. You will contribute to their development as well. Okay, nice. Let's move on. There are several screens for you to see. To the left, you can find Now I Can section, which your students can perform as well. Story time and phonics, which are available and which can be found in the Smart Junior course. So just you can take a look and see. And it is also possible online, not during the presentation. And you can you will see it at the library. I will tell you later. I will give you the special link, which you can also get acquainted with the Smart Junior sample pages. Okay. So now you know what the textbook includes, and the next point is, what are the lessons with Smart Junior like? So when I can see some teachers use Smart Junior, and when I visit different lessons, I understand that our kids are happy because during the lessons they are constantly exposed to English. So they listen to English, they read English, they communicate in English, and they get the most out of the lesson because they try to communicate, which means that the lessons are great, so they are bright, etc. Moreover, the course provides plenty of real-life situations with opportunities to practice speaking and listening, skills that are life important in terms of learning English, because we don't learn it to know it, we learn it to communicate it. As for the teacher, you can find a range of activities which are incredible, and the textbook is not boring, and the form of your activities is not the same from lesson to lesson, but you may find that it changes. So firstly you have the form of this task, then a bit different, and in the third lesson absolutely third one. So the range of activities is great, don't worry about it. And what is not the last but not the least, the structure of the lesson is logical, and teacher's book offers a step-to-step plan which you can follow and which will calm you down and which will help you, which will assist you in terms, which will give you some support and some pieces of advice which you can use. So it's great. What about games? As you know, it's very difficult to attract primary school pupils' attention. So Smart Junior was created in order to do that, in order to help you. And each lesson provides some game to your learners. So they are an integral part of the course. So you can use it from lesson to lesson. They're different, and they are directed at absolutely different aims. So we'll learn about it a bit later. You shouldn't use the game just as a follow-up activity. You can use it just at every stage of your lesson. You can use it as a warm-up activity. You can use it as a practice activity, and of course as a production. So just Smart Junior will not let you be bored or let your students be bored, because it is variable and you can find games absolutely everywhere and on every different stages. Moreover, teacher's book provides clear instructions on how you should follow the game, how you should present the game, how you should explain the rules, how to behave in situations which were not just foreseen by you. So games are an integral part of Smart Junior course. So what are they like? You can be different, as I have already mentioned with Smart Junior. So there can be games with flashcards, which are also available for the Smart Junior course. There can be miming, storytelling, which will help to develop logical skills, to develop their thinking activities, the 21st century competences I have already mentioned. Active games. Oh, I'm absolutely sure that primary school students are those who can't sit on the spot for 45 minutes. So it provides a lot of active games. So even the Hopscotch in other versions, we will discuss it a bit later. Thank you. Bingo. Each kid likes to win, and bingo is like a lottery which you can take and you can win. And bingo is the one that where each pupil has a chance to win. So bingos are great. Team games. Team games are great in Smart Junior because they give the smell of competition. Because your kids start competing, they want to be the best, they try harder. Why don't you use that type of the game just to learn English, just to become better English learners? So team games are also available here. And of course, role plays. All of us, and as one of the classics, I hope you know, and I'm sure you do, have already told in the future, all our life is theater, and role plays are an integral part, of course, as well of the life and of kids, because they like to become different. They can show themselves from the other side. So they can say something from the point of view of the character. So role plays are great as well. Okay. Miming. I will give you several things, several pieces of advice, several hints how to make your games better and how to use them with Smart Junior. Miming game. Do you often use it? Mimings. Do you often use mimings in your classes? How often you do that? Write in your answers in the chat box. I will be really happy to read them quite often. Irina, thank you. Ladies, gentlemen, move on. I'm waiting. No. Okay, Ludmila. All games are very interesting. Often. Thank you, Larissa. Often, mentions Svetlana. Not often. My kids had role play. Okay, so why is miming great? You can use miming in other absolutely different aspects of your classroom. So when they mime, they also add some bit of their soul to it. They try to express their feelings. What you can do? I have prepared one game, imperative miming, which has been there is a mistake, which has been taken from the Smart Junior course. So imagine you are on the way to learn and to practice imperative mood, like in the first level, or in the first form, with your kids. So your active vocabulary is stand up, sit down, give, take, etc. You just write these instructions like sit down, stand up, etc. on separate strips of paper, put it in a bag or in other container, and offer your students to come out individually. So they offer one of the students to come out, take one stripe of the paper, to read the instruction, and to mime it, to perform it to the rest of the class. So and the rest of the group are to guess what your student wants to show. You can split them beforehand into groups. into pairs, so you can add some spirit of competition, and in such ways they will use the imperative mood more often and more often. So they will try to remember and to memorize the active vocabulary. They will again move on through imperatives, etc. The student shouldn't read out the stripe of the paper aloud. He should read it to himself. So, and to mime it, and the rest of the group should guess what he means. You should continue until all the students mime their task, and in such way it will be great. So the first grade, yeah. My favorite fruit. That is the type of the game which includes not only learning English but also drawing. So you can ask your students to draw a picture of their favorite fruit in a fruit basket, and you can give the fruit baskets to them beforehand so they can just draw several fruits. Then you can divide them into pairs and have them present their fruit baskets to each other. Moreover, they can come out in front of the class and present their fruit baskets. You can choose the best fruit basket out of all, so you can just ask your students to choose the one whose fruit basket was the biggest, included the most of the fruit. So my favorite fruit is great. You can do that not only with fruit, you can do that with school objects, so with everything they have in their bags, or with their toys, doesn't matter. So my favorite fruit. This type of the game, which includes presentation, will contribute to their speaking as well, because it will also make them speak, make them communicate, present, and don't be afraid of the of this type of the game, of the presentation activity, because sometimes not only kids but teenagers have problems with presentation, and because they're afraid of it. So if you start doing that from the very first form, later on you'll have no problem. So my favorite fruit is nice. Offered to you. Okay. I also like to encourage you to write your favorite games which you use with your primary school students in the chat box. That would be fantastic if you could share your ideas with your colleagues all over Ukraine, and which you could also take some ideas for yourself. So my favorite fruit, you can see the screenshot from our Smart Junior page here, which includes fruit and the song. You can do that as a post activity after you have listened to the song and you have moved and practiced all the vocabulary items. Tic-tac-toe, okay. You can write the procedures of your favorite games in the chat box. How's this? As I have already mentioned, we also have the CLIL pages and culture pages in Smart Junior. So here you can see the sample of Smart Time 8, and which deals with houses, different houses all over the world, how people live in them, etc. So some stories. Your task is to hand out A4 copy to each student which have it. Ask them to choose one of the houses you have moved through, or they can invent their own house. They are supposed to draw and color it. While they're drawing and coloring, you as a teacher should move on around the class, talking to them, just encouraging them to share what is the color of the house, how is it called. So just activate their speaking activities as well. As they have finished, they come up to the class and present their accommodations to their peers. So it will be like a bit of the peer review, and the rest of the group, even in language one, can express their ideas about what they have heard, whether they liked it, and can ask some questions, etc., just to make sure they understand, just to check their understanding. So it is a game called Houses. What's writing? Like It or Not. Like It or Not is also the game which can activate speaking skills of your primary school students in the first grade. You're supposed to hand out food or food flashcard to the student. Each receives one. After doing that, you can stick on the board one smiley face and one sad face on the other side of the box. Play the song. You can choose any, or you can also use the one which is given in Smart Junior. It's part of the project. Ask them to sing, to dance. During that, it can be connected with the topic which you learn. When you stop the music, students must stick their flashcards under the corresponding face, whether they like it or no. So whether they like the food or no. As they do this, they have to share their preferences with the rest of the class. So they can do it one by one. They can also communicate, mingle. They can also communicate in pairs, in big groups. So like it or not, and they can express their preferences regarding the food. Great game. Change your place. I see that Hangman is also a popular game among teachers. Yeah, absolutely right. Hangman is great, especially when you have learned some definite topic and can be limited only by the words from this topic. In this case, it will help them just to eliminate the variance and just to be on their way to win. Okay. Feed the Monster is the popular game I also see. Alphabet Bingo. As I have already told you, bingo is the game where somebody can win, even if he has no such great chances to do that. So it is like a lottery. Ask students to draw a grid, 3-3 grid, in their copybooks. You can give them a sample of the grid for bingo on the board. Just draw it, write, and ask them to write 9 capital letters in these in the random order, so they can do it in random order within their grid. Check, you should move, and definitely in the first form you should check how they have done it and whether they have written it all right. It will also help them. You can also talk to them. You can also ask which letters they have chosen, why these letters, just to fresh up their alphabet knowledge. As you have proved that everything's okay, everybody has a grid contains alphabet letters, you are supposed to have a box with the alphabet flashcard. So you can take randomly any flashcard, just put it up in the air and say the letter. If the students have it in their grid, which has already been filled by them, they should cross out the letter. The winner is the one who will cross out all the letters before be the first to do that. So he is the winner. He should call out bingo, and I'm absolutely and totally sure that all kids who play bingo, they like doing it because they have a chance to win, and it doesn't depend on them on how they do it. They simply should listen and just and perform your instructions. So alphabet bingo is great. Okay, and do you like bingos? Write to me if you do. Okay. All little kids like games. Yes. Moreover, while doing that, not only bingo, but different games, even if they are not active, if they are passive, like dancing, like it or not, or houses, you should follow the discipline, because kids, when they hear that you are going to play, they sometimes try to become more active, just to be a bit of spoiled children and play with you. So they want to express their emotions. Of course, they will behave a bit more actively. Don't be afraid of that. Of course, you are supposed to put some limits to calm them down and to mind the discipline in the class. Okay, the next step is circle the number. Again, here is one of the screens from the Smart Junior, the Smart Time 4, where the numbers are learned. As you are in the process of practicing, for example, or in the process of production, of learning how to produce the numbers, how to use them, you can play this game as well. your task is to divide the board into two halves. One half for each team, the other half for the second team. Write 10 numbers, 1 to 10, on the first side and on the other. So both sides should contain numbers. Ask the teams to choose one active player who will come to the board, who will take the pen or the chalk, depends on what you use in your classroom, how you use the board. Again, you call out the numbers, and the students are supposed to circle them. If your kids are active, if they are ready for the speed, you can just say that the winner, if the point will be given to the team, who will be the first to circle the right number. In such case, they will be very happy and very enthusiastic to do that in the right manner, not to mistake, to get the score, etc. At the end, you can instruct them before playing that the winner is the team which will get the most scores, which will be the quickest in 5 or 6 questions. Okay. Hopscotch. I hope you know what it means, and I hope that you played it. All of us played it when we were kids. Have you ever played hopscotch in your childhood? I think that you can see a picture and you can guess. Yes, it's a great game. It's used from supposed to. Yep, yes, okay, no. So Hopscotch, revised edition by Smart Junior, I would say, is an active game. And you can, when the weather is nice, like right now in May, you can go outside, and Smart Junior offers a special view on the game. So you can draw these squares, or you can also prepare squares, ask your kids to prepare them, choose the, active group of kids who like doing something, and prepare those squares you can see on the screen right now, the Hopscotch squares. You can draw them with chalk on the on earth, for example, at your school and your stadium. Don't forget to stick a food flashcard or a toy flashcard or any topic flashcard, any vocabulary flashcard which you learn right now and which refers to the active vocabulary you go through right now. You should also get the little stone or the bean, for example, or the bag with beans. The task of your kids is, it depends upon the number of your kids, how long your hopscotch road should be. They throw the stone and, for example, get on some of the squares. They should hop just right up to the end of the hopscotch and come back. While standing on the square which they have reached with the stone, they are supposed to pick the stone up and to make a sentence with the flashcard they have used. So that can be a sentence, or they can express their opinion about regarding whether they like something or whether they don't like something. So you can moderate the game and come back, of course. If your kids, modern children, don't like to play hopscotch, of course they told I think everybody, I don't want and I will not, etc. They have gadgets, of course, they have iPads, iPhones, etc. Again, you can split your group into several teams and let them compete and let them feel the spirit of competition, because mostly all games are based upon the spirit of competition. You can also find an award for them. For example, the team which will make no mistakes, which will be the best, will have no home task for the next class, or will have the easiest version of the home task. Why not? So I think all kids like. Just let them be active. And of course, you as the supervisor, as a teacher, your supervisor in terms of hopscotch, are supposed also to monitor them, just not to make mistakes, to stick to the rules, to follow the rules. And of course, there are there's plenty of games nowadays. You can find them in the textbook. Smart Junior offers a lot of them. For example, what's more important, you should make them be interested. So team play is nice. I play with adults. They like it even if they think they don't. Nice answer, Hannah. Thank you. Okay. Find your pair. This type of the game it deals with phonics. So when they have already told you, the letters and phonics are learned in the workbook by Smart Junior and by the course for the first term, for the first year of study. That is a game which combines both active side of the game and mingling and listening, etc. So split your groups into your group of kids into 4 teams. We will deal right now with the phonics referring to sounds p, b, and with the words which start with that sound. Team 1 gets P phonics flashcard. So each kid from Team 1 gets P phonics. So the flashcard with the sound P. You can see it right now. Team 2 gets B phonics. Team 3 get the flashcards that start with the sound P. Yeah, so absolutely different flashcards with the objects which start with P sound. The same goes about Team 4, but they get the flashcard with the words which start with B sound. You can play the phonics, you can play the sounds, they mingle, they try to find their pair. The task of Team 1 is to find those whose words start with sound P. The task of Team 2 is to find those whose words start with sound B. Task of Team 3 is to get those from Team 1, and Team 4 should find those from Team 2. I think that's clear. When you stop the music, the students should be ready with their answers. If they are not, they can be eliminated from the game. They can, for example, sit in their places at their desks and follow. You can continue until there is a winner. Until there is 1, 2 winners. So those who were the quicker. You can add some speed limit. You can add some mistakes limit. Make a mistake, you can just go to your seat at your desk and just if you are afraid of the fact that those who will sit at the desk will just talk, yeah, or will do some other stuff, you can also just ask them to watch the rest of the group playing and to find those who will make mistakes. In this case, they can come back to the game. So just be variable. Don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to play games with the kids. Don't be afraid of the rules, etc. Just be active, and your kids will learn it, and they will like it. Okay. Let's move on. So, what we've talked today with you is all about Smart Junior course for the 1st grade. So, are you ready to change yourself to become the smart teacher with Smart Junior? If yes, so you can vote right now. There is a vote for the textbook, which will be provided by our state, by Ukraine, to our schools for the first year of studying. So, moreover, the state also provides audios. So you will get not only textbooks by Smart Junior if you vote and if we win, we will also get the audio CDs, so you won't have to buy it. And the linguist company as well as MM Publications also provide teacher's book as a present, so you also don't need to buy it. Workbook, the price for workbook should be bought is an extra component, so you can buy it with your kids. You should buy it because that will provide you with more practice and with more activities. The cost and the price which are also asked by the teachers will not be high. It will be within the limit of 70 grivnas, so 70 hryvnias will be the limit. Не больше 70. Moreover, the Smart Junior will offer the ELT platform online, which will also provide you with different activities and with the control and self-evaluation of your students, etc. We are ready to change. Okay, so don't forget to vote, because right now there is a vote for the textbook which will be chosen, which will be bought and provided by the state to all of our schools. So how to vote? Go to our MM Publications Ukraine Facebook page. So you can find us on Facebook. You can see right now on the screen how to do it. You can vote until the 21st of May. Don't forget to do that. At our MM Publications Ukraine Facebook page, as well as at our mmpublications.com website, there is all the information on how you can vote. There is also a link for you to look through the sample pages. Sample pages are also given and can be also found in the library. Okay, thank you. It's a pleasure to hear that you vote first. Thank you, Larissa. And ready. So if you were told that, as I have already read here in the chat box, that you should use only Karpuk, etc., that's not true. You can vote. You have the vote. So if you are pressured by, you can use the hotline of the ministry, call there and tell the ministry that you're pressured, because the vote is open, it is fair, and please don't forget to go to our MM Publications Ukraine page, watch it there, and you can find all the rules, all the instructions on how to vote, where to vote. Don't forget that your decisions on voting should be taken within your school, within the council of teachers of your school, and then as you decide, you also go to the website. You can find it here at MM Publications Ukraine, at the website of the ministry, at our Facebook, at the Linguist, etc. Just don't forget that you can vote, that your vote will be taken into consideration, that it's a great opportunity for you to choose something better, to choose the best for your kids, just to choose the components you want. You can use the flashcards, which are contemporary, which are exciting and great. So vote for the changes, yes, and we will be happy to provide you with other seminars on Smart Junior and how to use it. And if you have any questions, you can write to us on Facebook. You can call us. Here are the contacts. The Linguist, these are the contacts of Anna, who is the other ELT consultant of MM Publications. MM Publications consultant in Ukraine as well. So you can find it here. You can call us. You can write us. You can find us on Facebook, on the internet, and we will be happy to support you, to answer any questions, and to consult you on how to do and how to go through the procedure. It was a pleasure for me to be today here with you, to read your answers, to see that you are devoted teachers. It was really great. Thank you for your time, and hope to see you next seminars. We will also transmit. Good luck. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. If there are any, thanks a lot to you. Don't forget to vote. We will be waiting for you.